Do you think the first scene or sort of sentence in a screenplay is as important the way maybe the first sentence in a novel would be?
That's a good question. I haven't thought about it, but I would say no. Only because I think in a novel, well, I don't know. When you're reading a novel, you're going to give it more than one sentence, right? I mean, if you've picked up a novel to read, you're probably pretty interested in it already. In a screenplay, I have heard, so it depends on the situation. If I am reading this entire script and I already know I'm reading it front to back, then that first sentence, if it's clunky, I'm going to give it a little bit of leeway. I'm going to give it another chance, right? So I'm going to keep reading regardless. I have heard some people say that they can tell if they're going to keep reading a script from the first sentence. If they read the first sentence and they're not hooked, or it feels like the person doesn't really know what they're doing, then they're going to put it down. I would say that's an extreme, that's an extreme opinion. But, you know, you also have to understand that if we're talking about a situation where you are submitting your script to be read by somebody in the industry, you're asking for their time, right? How much time they're willing to give you is up to them. So the best thing you can do is make sure that every sentence of your screenplay is worth reading and makes them want to read the next one, right? You have to set yourself up for success because there's no guarantee that they're going to read your whole script.
That's fair, right?
Yeah.
And this is, by the way, you said you're hearing this from producers or agents or whatever you've heard. This is not necessarily your opinion,
right?
But it's just
yes. I mean, I very rarely pick up a script just to read one sentence and see if I like it or not. Sure. But you know, it depends on the situation. So if someone's reading a lot of scripts, if they're vetting scripts for a producer, say, and they're just looking for something really great, they might only give it a page or 2 pages. They might, you know, back in the day when I was reading a lot of scripts for a producer, and so I wasn't reading the scripts to try to give notes and help make them better. I wasn't working on a project. It was just vetting projects to see if there was anything interesting or worth reading the whole script. You know, it wasn't uncommon to read the first act or even read to where the inciting incident should be and see if anything's happening. See if there's anything to like sort of catch my interest and make me want to keep reading this script. So I think if you're submitting your scripts to a producer or a manager, an agent, you should assume that you need to hook their attention, you know, at least in the first few pages, if not on the first page itself.
And this goes back to the story that you said about being from Oregon and, you know, hey, how's it going when you're working at a production company? Really, and then and when you called the Los Angeles area, it was more protocol for them to just kind of be like, yeah, what do you need?
Yeah.
Well-intentioned, I'm sure they are, but that's how the tempo of the industry, and it wasn't to find out, you know, how your day was going.
Yes, exactly. The pace in LA, that's what surprised me when, you know, comparing Oregon to California. From Portland to LA, the pace is definitely a lot faster, and that took some getting used to. But yes, I think that speaks to, that's exactly right. Like, people working in the industry are short on time, and there's a lot of material to get through, and so you have to make your material grab them and make them want to keep reading, and that's a challenge, you know.